Hello, dear parent of the Virgo child. How are you? I hope you had a fantastic July, and I am here to do the August 2021 reading for little Virgo. And all age ranges are welcome here. So some of you are here for little ones, others of you are here for teenagers, and others of you are here for everything in between. You are all welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, please remember to adjust the gender as it best resonates for you and your household and your little one. All right, so let's get started and see what's going on with your little Virgo here in August. Let's see what they are experiencing in their environment from their perspective, dear spirit. Cards are a little talkative this morning. Oops, here we go. Wow, you got 3 cards. How special. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm picking up a little bit of anxiety here happening. We've got the 7 of Wands, which is a little bit of defensive energy. And then we have the 10 of Swords, which is always an indicator of anxiety, overthinking. But you notice how it's sandwiched between the sun here. So anytime I see cards that are sandwiched or that are emphasized by a center card that is the epitome of the opposite, this is like the exact opposite, right? We have defensiveness, we have feeling of kind of almost having a little chip on their shoulder, perhaps. You may be noticing that some of your little ones are a little like, don't tell me what to do, I know best kind of energy, while also maybe overthinking and having a bit of anxiety here. I want to say this came up for you last month as well. I may be wrong, but I have a strong sense that it did. Now, the reason the sun and smack in the middle of this is so significant is because this is your solution, or this is what's desired on a deeper core level from the perspective of your Virgo, and that is fun. So the balancer to these two energies is getting out in the sun, literally, going on a holiday, a vacation, inserting more fun, playing with other kiddos, getting out of their head, basically, right? Because the sun is all about heart-centeredness. The sun is about expressing individuality, expressing creativity. And when this is showing up here, sandwiched between these two other heavy energies, because the 7 of Wands is pretty heavy, unless, of course, they're involved in some kind of athletic or competitive situation that's got them in this energy, then that may be a little healthier side of things, potentially, right? However, this 10 of Swords is definitely an indicator of not being able to sleep, anxiety, overthinking, and the solution here is the sun. So there's a feeling of, and it's almost like you may also notice a flip-floppy feeling here in August, and potentially already here in July, you're sensing this, where your little one is having a difficult time staying in an energy, right? Like maybe flipping from defensiveness to anxiety to fun. And it's almost like, well, what is this energy all about, right? Like, why is my little one flip-flopping so much? And the reality is that they need a little more consistency in the areas of creativity, love. This is also about showing your little one affection. So something to keep in mind. Now let's see what the challenge, maybe the challenge position will tell us a little bit more about why your little Virgo is feeling this way. So let's see, dear spirit, what's the challenge that little Virgo is facing here in the month of August, or what is the reason for this energy? Let's see, little Virgo. Okay. I see. Okay. So the challenge is the Fool and the 4 of Pentacles. And this is going to vary depending on the age of your little one, obviously, right? But the challenge is that your little one is holding back from just being, right? Because the Fool necessitates that we just kind of go with the flow, right? It mandates that we leave, our the baggage behind and our chores and whatnot. Now, from the context of a child's perspective, this is about a child allowing themselves to just be, play hopscotch with no worries, go into nature, pick up the flowers, smell the roses. The Fool is very unencumbered, unburdened. And it just flows and it takes risks and it takes leaps of faith. But it's paired with the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is about withholding. So when it's paired with the Fool, it's telling me that the challenge your little one is having is allowing themselves to just chill. It could also be an external factor, though. There could be an adult, another sibling, a playmate, a teacher perhaps getting in the way of their fun, like holding back. But I'm really picking up more, this is coming from your little one. So I think this is an interesting thing because children they're not inherently fearful, right? At least not for the most part. So this is, I think, a great moment to ask yourself, dear parent, is there anything that potentially as a parent you're contributing to this withholding of fun? Or is there an idea or something that your little one has learned or a consequence of having fun that maybe is not such a great consequence and therefore they're withholding? See, because that explains this flip-floppy energy here. It's like they want to be here. They want to be in the center energy. They want to have fun. They want to be creative, yet they're cocooned with this other yucky energy, right? And it's very simply put here, as Spirit is showing us here through the cards, that your little one's just having a difficult time letting go and allowing themselves to have fun. This can also be an indicator, though, that maybe they're holding back, or maybe someone, again, I keep going back to an external factor because I do feel that for a small handful of you, this could also be an indicator of their little friends or peers maybe holding back from them, from maybe inviting them to places and things to have fun, and it's blocking some of that energy. So this is something to pay attention to here, dear parent, to see in what ways am I, as a parent, blocking my little one from having fun, or in what ways are they so heady in their head that they are not allowing themselves to withholding? And could it be related to a consequence, something that maybe happened in the past? For example, let's say in the past your little one took a risk and decided to have fun, got on the bicycle and started riding really fast because they thought it was fun, and then fell and hurt themselves. That's a very harsh example, but basically my point is potentially in the past, something that seemed like a lot of fun and allowed them to let loose hurt them somehow. Okay, there was a consequence that wasn't that great, and now they're holding back. Now they're in this energy of, yeah, I don't want to do that again. I'm going to hold back, but they need to let go. They need to have fun. They need to, and again, this can apply for any age range. It could be your little 2-year-old who's afraid to take another step because they fell last time, or it can be your 10-year-old or your teenager who, went off and tried out for the track team and fell, and now they're afraid to go for other things, right? And so this is where you, the parent, will come in because you're able to observe now that you have this information. You can go and kind of check things out and say, okay, in what ways is my little one withholding, right? Okay, so let's see if there's advice here. Not if, there will be, but what is the advice here, dear Spirit, for the parent of the Virgo child in terms of how to navigate the situation? Don't worry, if it's meant for you, it comes back out always. All right, any advice? Spirit for, oh. You know what, I'm going to put those back and I'm going to shuffle again because I don't feel like that actually flipped. So let me see. Ah, that one just flew out. Did you see that? I hope you were able to see how that happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got the Five of Wands and we have the Six of Swords. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So this isn't the advice to your parent, okay? And you see the Six of Swords, this energy is moving away from the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about conflict sometimes, or it doesn't have to be negative conflict. It can just be like negotiating, trying to come to an agreement with others. So what this is telling me is that in the past, potentially the reason your little one is holding back from being freer is because in the past it brought conflict, right? Which could explain this defensiveness here. And the conflict could have been brought upon by other peers, because normally the Five of Wands indicates peers, right? So you're being encouraged here as the parent to facilitate moving away from that conflict. This could be literally moving, like literally physically packing up and moving away, or physically moving your child out of an environment that's making them feel like there's too much conflict, it's too competitive. Others are maybe being mean, and I hate to use the word bully, but like that essence of picking on a child, so Spirit here is saying very loudly to your parent that there's something that you have the power to remove your child from. It can be a class that they're taking. It can be a group of kiddos. Maybe it's a birthday party that if you take your child there, maybe you're at a birthday party and your little 4 and 5-year-old starts acting uncomfortable, and maybe it's because other kiddos are pushing him or her around. This is Spirit saying it's okay to pack up your little one and move away from that energy. Okay, move away. Maybe for others of you who have older children, maybe your child is involved in a project with a group of kiddos, or taking up a hobby or a class, or something that's causing unrest and blocking them from being who they truly are because there's conflict. So this is, again, Spirit saying to your parent, you have the power to remove your little one. It doesn't matter how old they are. You have the power to move them away from that energy. That's the advice. And actually, I would say go as bold as to say that it's not just Spirit encouraging you. This is the advice. Move your child away from that energy. So either take them out of that class, take them out of that new, whatever it is, that new group, whatever it is for you, it's going to play out differently for all of you. But this is pretty much for any of you who have been wondering or doubting yourselves for wanting to remove your child. This is your confirmation that that's the right thing to do for you and your little one. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you here soon, hopefully next month. Thank you so much, dear parent. Bye.